Section 32 of Uncle Josh's Punkin Center Stories by Cal Stewart. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Philip Martin. A Baptizin at the Hickory Corners Church. Along about 2 summers ago, we had a baptizin at the Hickory Corners Church, and before the baptizin we had preachin', and before the preachin' we had Sunday school. Well, now, some of them questions and answers in that Sunday school just made me snicker right out loud. You see, old Deacon Witherspoon was a-teachin' the Sunday school class, and he said, "Now, let me see what little boy can tell me who slew the Philistines and where at." Well, no one said anything for about a minute. Then a little red-headed feller down at the foot of the class said, "Commodore Dewey at Manila." The deacon said, "No, Henry, it wasn't Commodore Dewey what slew the Philistines, it was Samson." Another little feller said, "No, Deacon, I think you sort of got it mixed up. He wasn't there. Schley is the feller what done the job at Santiago." The deacon said, "Now, boys, you been reading too much about them war doings in the papers. Now, what little boy can tell me what is the first commandment?" And Ezra Hoskins' boy said, "Remember the Maine." Gosh, I had to go right out of the meeting house where I could have a good laugh. Well, I wouldn't have been down there in the first place, or the second place for that matter, if it hadn't have been for old Jim Lawson. You see, Jim, he's a peculiar old critter. He's got one eye out, lost it looking for a pension, I believe. Well, Jim, he come over to my house and he said, "Josh, let's you and me go down to the baptizin'." I said, "What do you want to go down there for, Jim? You can't get any pension there, can you?" Jim said, "Well, you see, Josh, there was a peddler left some hymn books at my house, and I want to go down there and see if I can't sell 'em." Well, he hadn't been more than a minute when Jim he told the minister he had the hymn books to sell, and the minister said he'd tell the congregation all about it. Then Jim he sot down in the meeting house and went to sleep, and then he went to snoring. You could hear him clear across a 40-acre lot. I wouldn't have cared a gosh darn, but he woke me up. Well, about the time the minister was getting through his sermon, he said, "Now all the members of the congregation having babies here today, and wanting of them baptized after the sermon is over, bring them up to the pulpit, and I will baptize them." Well, Jim, he woke up about that time, and he thought the minister was a-talking about his hymn books, so he stood up and said, "Now all you folks what ain't got any, I'll let you have 'em, 25 cents apiece." Religion. Any one man's opinion, but consists mainly of doing right. Punkin Center Philosophy. End of A Baptizin' at the Hickory Corners Church.